this computer. Okay, so we are recording, and I'll take questions throughout. I'll take questions, so just throw your questions in the group chat. So if you're on your phone, I'm not sure where it's at on your phone, but on your laptop or computer, just hover over like the bottom of the screen and you'll see, or do you guys see it on the side? The chat that I have open? Do you guys see the questions on the side at all? No, I only see that. Okay. So drop your questions in the chat or unmute yourself. I'm going to mute everybody just for background noise purposes, but unmute yourself and then just raise your hand or just interrupt me. I won't be offended. So like I was saying, this is kind of going to be similar if you've had your Getting Started Right call or GSR. This is going to be similar to that, but I really just wanted to take the opportunity to be able to give you guys my one-on-one time, because we've had a lot of new coaches join in the last couple months, which has been amazing. And it's hard to understand the opportunity with this business. It's hard to wrap your brain around what's possible with this business until you actually start doing the work and start to get some of those first wins that new coaches need in order to not only start to gain momentum, but confidence. Because the number one reason I feel like, and it might be different for you, but the one reason I feel like coaches end up quitting so early on, after only being in the business for a short time, is number one, lack of patience, and number two, lack of confidence. And they just, they just don't, number one, think they can do it or be successful with it, or they don't stick around long enough to do it, or they're just not doing the work. I mean, that's the bottom line. Like, if you do the work, if you do exactly what I tell you, if you are working with me one-on-one, and aside from just team calls, aside from just questions in the group, you will be successful. You will see success with this. I've been a coach for 7 years now, and am I where I want to be or thought I would be? No. But I say that very humbly, and I say that with gratitude, because I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I don't beat myself up because I'm not as successful as I wanted to be, or because my team's not as big as I thought it would be at this point in my business. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Having 3 kids in the last 5 years, pregnant and having 3 kids, a total of 5 years. It came smack dab in the middle of the momentum of my business. And sometimes you're going to have to take your foot off the gas a little bit. I never stopped. I never completely took my foot off the gas in my business in the last 7 years. I've never just took a hiatus from social media. I've never not shown up in some way, shape, or form. And I say that because it's going to be, you are going to have times in your business when you don't think you can do it, when nobody's joining you, when everyone's saying no, when you have no clue what to post on social media, when maybe you don't want to post on social media, when maybe you don't have the confidence, you feel like you don't have a story, you feel like nobody's going to find you inspiring. Everyone's telling you no. People are judging you. Your family's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? I'm not going to be a part of it. You're going to have lulls, and you're also going to have highs, and you're going to have times in your business when you're going to get a yes, and you're going to have somebody join your challenge group. You're going to have somebody join our fitness community. You're going to have somebody say, yes, I would too also like to be home with my kids. Or I too have a ton of debt. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm stressed out. I know that there's another way, and this might be it. You're going to have yeses, but you have to understand that if you are not consistent, and if you only show up when you feel like it, it's going to be the same as a fitness result. If you're kind of doing a little bit of work, you're going to kind of get a little bit of results. If you're going all in and you're committing and you decide, honestly, you guys, this business is a decision. And if you take nothing else from this call, write that down. Like, this business is a decision. It's a decision. That's all it is. You either want a better life or you don't. You either want to get out of debt or you don't. You either want to lose 10 pounds or you don't. You either want to stop living paycheck to paycheck or you don't. You either want to put money away for your kids' college education or you don't. You either want to choose a salad over McDonald's every night or you don't. And I say that not to say like things don't come up and, excuses don't happen, but when you decide, when you draw that line in the sand, like I did 7 years ago, and I wasn't even desperate at the time. When you draw that line in the sand and you decide, something in you switches, something in your mind switches, and it becomes a no matter what, not a when I feel like it. I've went through 3 pregnancies. I've went through gaining 50 pounds with every single one. I've went through losing those 50 pounds with every single one. I know what it's like to start on day one. I know what it's like to be so out of breath and so miserable and in pain and hurting, and my joints ache and my kids are screaming and babies are crying and my boobs are huge because I haven't nursed for 5 hours, but I got to get my workout in, and I drank my pre-workout and I don't want to nurse right now because I want to get my workout in. And that, like, I've went through all that, the stress, the hormones, the postpartum depression, the anxiety, still in it, in the thick of it, still 15 months later in it. I've went through the no's. I've went through the judgment, family telling me, no, what are you doing? Get a real job. I've went through family ordering other product from other companies. I've went through the fights with my husband and the fights with my friends and you really find out who your true friends are when you start something like this. I've went through the bashing on social media. I've went through the people messaging me horrible things. Like, you name it, in 7 years, I have gone through it. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. I've done the running out of gas on the side of the road because I didn't have money to put gas in my car. And having to call my stepdad as a grown-ass adult, can you come get me? Oh, I just forgot. Like, I've done it. I've borrowed the money from my husband. I've put stuff on my summit, my first summit. I was talking to Hannah about this today because she's like, I have to be at summit. And I said, yeah, you do. If you are wanting to grow your business and earn it, turn your business from a retail business and just selling product to a residual income business where you're going to earn money because you have a team of people also building a business, you got to be at live events. And I told her, my first summit, I found stuff around my house to sell because I didn't have the money. I borrowed it. I borrowed it from my husband. I borrowed it from family. I sold stuff around my house, stuff that we were actually using and like needed. So I've been through everything that you can possibly imagine. Felt it, been through it, and dug my way out. Because when you draw a line in the sand and you decide, I'm not going back to that. You're already living your worst case scenario. You're already living your worst case scenario. What happens then if you just don't do the work? You don't use your fitness program. You don't use the containers. You don't drink your Shakeology. You let all the product just kind of sit. You just don't do it. You don't reach out to anybody. You don't post on social media. You're still a coach. You're still getting a discount. You're still paying the business fee every month, but you're just not doing anything. You're not doing the work. So you eventually quit. What's the worst that happens? You go back to living the life that you're living. You're already living your worst case scenario right now. So what's the worst that can happen? What's that fear that is blocking you from going all in? Because we all have it. And fear is just an imaginary thing. Like, it's not, whatever we're fearing is not actually going to happen. You're more likely to get eaten by a shark or fall out of bed and hurt yourself or die. Literally, these are facts, you guys, than your fear to actually come true. Because I looked it up. I know, it's like so silly when you actually think about it. Like, you're more likely to get eaten by a shark than like your fear coming true. With this business, you have to develop a thick skin. You just do. And if you're a mom, my God, we have thick skins, right? Like, we do. And I think every single person on this phone call is a mother of one or two. And if you have three, my God, bless you. You know what it's like to have a thick skin. You know what it's like to have patience. You know what it's like to not that your customers and coaches are going to be combative, but you know what it's like to hit that wall, even with a toddler. And what do? You don't quit. You don't go, oh, this isn't for me. Right? No, you figure it out, because God willing, you're a mom. God willing, this business was placed on your heart for a reason, was placed in your life for a reason. It's not random. It's not coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe everything happens for a reason. You're planted where you're supposed to be so that you can grow. So that you can get through the shit that you're going through and the crap that's holding you down and weighing you down, and you can grow through it while you go through it. This business is not random. It wasn't randomly placed in your life. It was put in your life for a reason. You signed up for a reason. And you have goals up here and in here for a reason. Things that you want to do and accomplish, and things, crap that you want to get out of, and things you want to do with your life. I don't know about you, but the whole idea of getting up and going to work all day long, to come home, to have a couple hours with my kids and my husband, to then have to clean up my whole house and do chores until I go to bed, and then go to bed and repeat it the next day. Like, that sounded miserable to me. To work all day, to not have any time, freedom, but I have to go to work because I need a paycheck. That's not the kind of life I wanted to live. That's not the kind of life I wanted my kids to have. And that's not the kind of life I wanted to get to the end of the road when I'm 65 years old and decide to retire, to have, what, a handful of years left. You guys have to think beyond. You have to think bigger picture. You have to give yourself permission to dream big. And it sounds cheesy and it sounds cliche because everybody says it, but it's so true. And when you can identify with, and not only identify, but feel okay allowing yourself to do that, and then knowing that you actually can, man, that puts a fire in your belly, and it gets fun, and this is exciting, and it's not scary. It's not daunting. It should not be another thing weighing on you. This business is supposed to be fun. Yes, it's hard work. Yes, it's trial and error. Yes, you are going to have days that suck really bad and you don't want to post and you don't want to do anything and you're mentally drained and you're exhausted. And how could you possibly pour into other people when you're so depleted? Yes, you will have days like that, but that's life. You're going to have days like that anyway, regardless of this business. How are you going to get through it? How are you going to push through it? What's going to help you get through it? What's going to help you push through it? I don't know about you, but this business has saved me. The people, the fitness, the community, the support. and the income has saved me. I'm not the same person I was 7 years ago when I started. My mindset's not the same. My perspective is not the same. My dreams are not the same. I didn't even know what it meant to set goals 7 years ago. I didn't grow up with like work ethic instilled in me. I didn't grow up with organization and time management instilled in me. I didn't grow up, being told, the world's your oyster, like dream big, and go after what I just knew that I wanted more. I knew that I was meant for more. I knew that I could do more. And I knew that what we are so programmed to live in, the box, wasn't for me. Because there's another way. There's another way. And if there's another way, why not try that way? So give yourself permission to dream big. Give yourself permission to think big. Give yourself permission to go, you know what? This is not okay. Like, I don't want to do this the rest of my life. I'm not fulfilled. I'm not passionate. There's no fire inside of me. What's my thing? What am I doing? What legacy am I leaving behind? I wanted financial freedom and I want time freedom. But that takes work. That takes focus. That takes consistency. That takes deciding. And that's what it is. It's a decision. The first level in your business, Emerald, is U+2. That unlocks your paycheck with this business, aside from retail. So you can earn a commission with this business all day long by selling product, challenge packs, beach bars, Energize. That's a retail business. And you can do that all day long. But that is not what's going to build your residual income while you're sleeping, while you're on vacation, while your kids get sick and you might not be able to be as present with your business for a few days, while you and your husband, take a trip. What's that? We will, moms, we will, when the kids are, But that residual income is where the financial freedom and time freedom comes. You cannot have the things you want. I don't care if you want to donate money. I don't care if you want to volunteer. I don't care if you want to pay off debt or save money for vacations or be able to take your kids somewhere every quarter, or you have student loans to pay off still. You might be working 3 jobs like I was when I started, actually technically 4. You might be working weekends, you might be working nights. Maybe you just want some cushion so that you can just keep your head above water and you can just pay the utilities. You can just pay for groceries. You can just put gas in your car. Maybe you just need that. Whatever it is, it's got to be big enough and deep enough for you to actually treat this like a real business. And that's number one. You have to ask yourself, what's worth it to me? What's worth it to me to treat this like a real business? What do I need to be earning? What do I want to be making every week, every month? But it starts with a decision. First rank, Emerald, U+2, that unlocks your business financially. I think every single person on here wants to earn a full-time income with this, or replace or somewhat of a full-time income with this business, if I remember correctly on everyone's goal doc. And that starts at Diamond. That's what lays your foundation for the business financially. Diamond is about, what was it, $200 to $400 a week. I'll pull up the document here, but that's what Diamond is, Diamond rank. And that's hitting Diamond. And then it's building that depth of where you're at so that we're building your business on bricks and not on sticks, so that you don't have to worry about people canceling and quitting and going inactive and you losing your rank and not getting that paycheck, not getting that team cycle bonus. But that's what Diamond is. 2-star Diamond is about $1,500 a week. No, sorry, $700 a week, 6 to 7. And I would say that's pretty accurate. I'm a lifetime 2-star Diamond. Lifetime means I've achieved it, but I'm not currently 2-star, but I've achieved it, but I've dropped rank. 5-star, that means you have 5 diamonds on your team. That's a full-time income. That's a 6-figure income. 5 people, you guys, 5 people. It's not so out of reach. It's not so far-fetched. It's not so up here on a silver platter. It's achievable. It's doable. It's actually very simple. It takes hard work. It takes focus. It takes working with me one-on-one and putting your foot to the gas. But it's achievable. It's doable. But 5 people, if you had 5 gold bricks in your backyard, wouldn't you get your ass out there and start digging, right? 5 gold bricks in your backyard. I don't know about you, but heck yeah, I'd be doing it before I went to work in the morning. I'd be doing it on my lunch hour, and I'd be doing it at night before I went to bed. I'd get my shovel and I'd get my ass in the backyard. And that's what I did when I started my business. I had, okay, let's just say 3 jobs. I worked early morning before I went to work. I shut off the Netflix. I shut off the recorded shows. I shut off I don't even know what, I hardly watch TV now, but whatever else there is on, I shut that off. I worked on my lunch hour. I did like a 30-minute, power 30 on my lunch hour. And then when I got home before I went to bed, like I thought, what did I do before I had kids? Like, what do people even do before they have kids? Like, I don't even remember. Like, I thought I was busy before I had kids. My gosh, no, I wasn't busy. I just wasn't prioritizing. I just wasn't organized with my time. So when people say they're busy, when people say I don't have time, they're really just saying it's not a priority, right? And there's nothing wrong with that if it's just not a priority. But that's what I was doing. I didn't watch TV for 2 years. And if I did, it was on the weekend when I had all my stuff done. Or late at night, like now I feel guilty, but I'll watch my recorded show at 11:45 at night because I'm like, okay, I got all my work done. I'm gonna watch it quick and then get to bed. I kind of quit doing that because I need to get to bed earlier because I want to get up and win my morning. But you get the point. So let's just start baseline because I know all of your goals, every single one of you, and Diamond is where you need to be. That is 4 coaches on your team on each leg. Total of 8. 8 people. 8 people. 8 people. For you to lay that foundation to be earning $300 a week. 3, 6, 9, 12. $1,200 a month. What's 12 times 12? 20. Babe, what's 12 times 12? My husband goes, I don't know, a lot. We're not math people. 12 times 12. 1,200 times 12. Anybody? Anyone else is good at math? You guys. 40. You guys are, some of you are teachers. You don't. 12 times 14. My God, nobody knew that? 1,400? Were you, maybe some of you were telling me, I don't know. $14,000. What would $14,000 mean to you extra this year? I think that's what I earned in my first 2 years. Because the first year of my business, I didn't really work that much. $15,000 I think I earned in my second year of business. If it's a priority, if it's worth it to you, you'll make it happen, right? And then it's just a matter of what's your goal? What activity do you need to do to achieve that goal? And then what training do we need to put you in front of to help up your skill set, up your confidence, help you to expand in that area of your business? So some of the first things, and you don't have to do this while we're on, but I want you just to write down so that you can then go through, because I want you guys to email me this so that I know. And a couple of you, I already have yours because we just did your Getting Started Right call. But I want you to tell me, what have you gone through in your life that has made you who you are today? That's defined you up to this point. And I want you to tell me good or bad. Because whatever you think and believe right now is why you are where you are. It's not good or bad. I'm just saying that was a hard one for me to swallow. That was a very hard one for me to swallow. What I thought and believed up until a certain point in my life, what I went through that helped shape and define me and made me who I was, that was keeping me where I was at. It got me to where I was, but it was keeping me where I was at. So I want you to tell me what experiences you've been through, good or bad. The next thing I want you to tell me is your story with Beachbody. Why'd you start? What results have you had? Why do you love it? Why are you excited? Why are you excited to build your business? You have to be excited. You have to be nervous and excited. It's the same emotion. It's just up here that determines which way we feel about it. It's the same emotion. I learned that in some book. So it's good to be excited. It's good to have those nerves. It's good to be a little overwhelmed. It's good to feel a little anxious about it. But it's how we channel that determines our next step. So I want to know why you're excited. Why this business? Why Beachbody? Why'd you sign up with me? There's a lot of coaches out there. Because I want to make sure that I'm helping you get to where you want to go. So the next thing is I want you to tell me, with your Beachbody story, tell me what your program you're committing to. Tell me which one you're in or which one you're starting, what products you're using. Because what you're doing physically with your health and fitness and your wellness is how you're going to be able to help other people. Because your story is different than mine. The way that you can connect to people and the way that you can help them overcome certain objections and hesitations and concerns are the exact same ones that you had, because those are going to be the people that you attract. So it's important to know your story. It's important to write it down. It's important to practice it. And honestly, that's what you're sharing on social media. You're sharing parts of your story. It should not be all Beachbody. This is a whole nother call, but I'll just quickly add this. It should not just be all Beachbody. It should not just be all fitness. It should not just be all, workouts and your food. You have to weave in who you are. You have to weave in what you're passionate about, your interests, your life. Who are you aside from Beachbody, aside from working out? Because this business is not your life. It's a way to make your life better. It's a vehicle to take you from where you are now to where you want to go. but it's not your life. And so if all you're ever doing is posting about Beachbody or working out, you're just going to be white noise. You're going to be like every other Beachbody coach. What makes you different? What sets you apart? There is something. There's something that makes you different from me. What is it? And then the other thing I want you to write down is your top 10 list, your top 10 list, your top 10 people that if you opened a restaurant, they would be the first 10 people that you invited to your restaurant. Because this business is like your storefront. Like social media is your storefront. How you're showing up, how you're presenting yourself, what your social media looks like, what your cover photo on Facebook looks like, your profile picture, what content you're putting out there, the value you're adding to people. That is your storefront. That's what people have to go on when they're deciding if they're going to join you. So if you opened up a store or a restaurant, I always just think of clothing store, like walking in to a clothing store. How would you don't build a relationship with somebody who walks into your clothing store and automatically like throw product at them or throw clothes at them, or no, you have to ask what they're in there for. What do they want? What are they looking for? What are they hoping to find? Right? You have to know what the problem is in order to offer a solution. But your storefront is your social media. And if you opened up a brick and mortar, who would be those 10 people that you would invite? Or 15? I think I made my list of like 20 when I started. But who are those people that you could ask for a favor? Hey, would you be willing to come to my restaurant, look at the menu, taste some food, and just give me your feedback? Because you're just starting, you're brand new. You're not supposed to have all the answers. Nobody expects you to have all the answers. You're not supposed to know it all. You're not supposed to be an expert. You're not supposed to have the perfect social media content. You're not supposed to have the perfect Instagram. You're not supposed to have, all of your Instagram stories perfectly articulated. Every single one of you that joined me, you probably followed me on Facebook or wherever, probably because I didn't really build Instagram for the last 5 years. But you probably followed me on Facebook for a while. You didn't see one post of mine and message me, hey, I'm going to sign up with you. So what did you see about me? What was interesting about me? What was I adding to your life? What value was I giving you? Why did you want to sign up with me versus somebody else? What connected us? That's the same stuff that you should be, not same exact story, but that's how you should look at your own social media and your own following. Because what you're putting out there and what you're asking people to do, your warm market specifically, those 10 people are your warm market. Your warm market are the people that you're friends with, you have a relationship with. If you ask them to do you a favor, they would. You respect their feedback. So those 10 people, what you're going to do is you're going to invite them to look at I think I uploaded an 11-minute what is coaching video. I also have a 30-minute one that I personally did that is a PowerPoint one that I'm going through on the webinar. And it's very like interactive and a lot of fun and visually great. So you can send that to them as well. But when I started, I invited those 10 people and I put a webinar in front of them and I just said, hey, if you'd be willing to do this, I would love to send you a sample of Shakeology and a thank you card in the mail. I think I sent them. For doing this, I respect your feedback. Would you be willing to do this for me? If they're your friends and family, they're going to be willing to do you a favor. They're going to be willing to take 10 minutes out of their day and look at some information. And it's not to get them. It's not to sign them up, right? It's to get practice. And if it's for them, great. If you if you plant a seed in their mind about maybe losing weight or getting healthy and they have more questions, great. If it's not for them, maybe it's somebody that they know. And you can ask for referrals. Hey, this probably isn't for you, but do you know anybody who's looking to want to lose 10 pounds before summer? I have a boot camp starting and I have, 5 spots left. That doesn't sound weird and icky. That doesn't sound like pushy and gross and salesy, because that's not what you're doing. And that's not the point of it. You truly, genuinely need to ask for a favor. You truly, genuinely need to want feedback from them. You truly, genuinely want to help them or somebody that they know. So I want you to make your top 10 list. I have a top 10 script that I will post. If it's not already posted, I've been uploading units like crazy in our team page. So I think it's under the new coach one though. You're going to use the top 10 script. A script is just a guide. Tailor it, make it sound like you, but follow the guide of it, because you're asking for a favor. And that's what you're going to do with that, your top 10 list. And when you're following up or when you're inviting and you have questions about the invite or the follow-up, or they come back with some response, please screenshot your conversation to me. My job is to help you through conversations. The art of inviting and following up is what gets you to the close. It's what gets you to the sale. It's what gets you to the sign up. And I am pretty good at it. I've had 7 years to practice. So I want to help you. My job is to help you. I do it, we do it together, and then you have the skill to do it. And when I started, I sent every conversation to my coach, every conversation, so that I could get practice on what to say and how to follow up. And it is a skill. It is a skill. It's not something that you're going to wake up and know how to do, but it will determine how your conversations go, and it will determine if people join you. So if you come back and you're like, nobody's joining me, nobody wants to sign up, and everyone's saying no, I'm going to go, okay, what did your conversations look like? And at that point, it's probably too late. So send me your conversations, send me what conversation you're having with these people. I'm there to help you. The next thing is I want you to write down your 2 names of the first 2 people that you want to sign up. For me, it was, I wish somebody would have told me sign up my spouse right away. So he's at the top of my organization. He's at the top of my business, so that when I start and continue building my business, that's a second paycheck automatically, because he's getting the volume from what I'm doing in my business. Nobody told me that when I started. So I'm telling you that. Sign up your spouse. I will tell you what leg to put them on based on where you're at in my organization, based on what would benefit you the most financially. But your spouse, so I signed up my mom, my grandma, my sister, both of my in-laws, and eventually I signed up my husband, signed up my sister-in-law. She actually built to diamond. My husband, I built to diamond. So that's another business. Your spouse account is another business that you have control over to help you advance in your business. So again, you have to think past the investment, past the I can't afford it. It's another $15 business fee. It's another, product coming in every month. I put all my supplements under him. When I signed up him, I ordered a sample pack and turned around and sold those samples for more than what I paid. So I actually made money on that just to get back my investment. And I did that every month. I got samples under his account, and I would turn around and sell them to get product in people's hands to try one sample, just get the taste. So I did that. I bought energized samples that I put together little 5-day packs or 7-day packs and sold those. So there's ways to do it. There's ways to earn back that investment. But I signed up 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so bad at math. This is embarrassing. 8 people when I started. That's what laid the groundwork for my business. All those people are still signed up, except my sister-in-law. My grandma, my mom. I'm don't quit, because you're at the top of my organization. And my goal for them and my husband. But my goal for that was, in the long run, be able to have my mom and my grandma earn a paycheck every week to help them. My grandma with retirement, she's obviously already retired. I hope that she lives long enough for me to be able to do that for her, but my mom as well. So think again, bigger picture, long term. So who are your 2 people? That's going to get you to Emerald. Who are your 2 people? When I signed up all of those people when I started my business, I think I earned like $350 in my first 2 months, because my first month I didn't really do anything. And then the last thing is, I want you to send me, we have to get clear on what your 1 to 3 month business plan is. 1 to 3 month business plan means, what do you need? What do you want to be achieving in the first 3 months of your business? I'll tell you. Emerald, U+2, 3 new customers every single month, so that you can get the retail side of your business up and off the ground, and then earn enough to cover your monthly investment, whether that's Shakeology, whether that's performance supplements, the bars, what have you. And helping 3 people a month get started in our boot camp, you're going to earn back that investment plus some. And when you get to Emerald, you have now unlocked getting paid through a Team Cycle bonus. So not only commissions, but now you can earn a Team Cycle bonus, which is volume. And I think all of you are benefiting from my volume. I will need to check where you're at again in my organization, but you also unlock free customers. Free customers. So Emerald, signing 2 people up, hitting Success Club, helping 3 people in the next 30 days. So in April, earning back your monthly investment. And then our eyes are on diamond. Our eyes are on diamond after that, because it's not difficult, guys. It's a decision. It's a decision. So what you should be focusing on is inviting, putting the business in front of people, and following up. And I'm going to help you with all of that. And as far as training goes, I have a basics, New Coach Basics training that all of you will be plugged into. I was going to kick off today with the group, but had other groups needing my attention. So I'll plug you into that group as soon as I get the content in there. And that will be kind of like our New Coach mentorship. Don't wait for that. You don't need that group to start your business. You need to just decide. That's what starts your business, is a decision. So how is this going to work? I will match your pace. If you get off this call and you're like, well, that was great, and I don't hear from you again, I'm going to support you 100%, no matter what you decide, no matter what you do. That's just the type of coach I am. But I'm not going to go around chasing, push, pulling, and dragging. I did that the first 2 years of my business, and it was exhausting for everybody. I'm not a babysitter. I have a very mean mom voice, so I don't want to have to babysit anybody. But if you're like, tell me what to do and I will do it. I just told you a lot to do, but tell me where you're at as you go through those steps. Email those to me. Let me know how your conversations are going. You should be posting on social media. So you're like, okay, well, what do I do when I'm done with all this? You should be planning out some of your content that you're going to be posting on social media. I have social media training, Facebook training, Instagram training that will be in the team page. We'll go through it in New Coach Mentorship as well. Some more how-tos and what to be doing and things like that. But it's honestly a matter of making contacts on Facebook, inviting your warm market. I'll send you some, I'll post actually from, for this call specifically, I think maybe under the recording, and I'll just tag you guys, but I'll post guides or scripts that you can be using. So like we're kicking off our new boot camp. We're kicking off the Ultimate Portion Fix. Also my April boot camp, the community. So that's a new challenge this month. So it's an open program boot camp, aside from my Ultimate Fix one. And so anyone who's starting, a random program is in that one. Anyone who's starting Ultimate Portion Fix, you can be in both, but I have a Ultimate Portion Fix group as well. So like a perfect time to start to make your list of 100 people, like literally sit down and just start writing names. That's what I did. I made my 100, I think I don't even know how many names, 300 some, like when I just sat down and nailed out some time to do that. Just write down names. It's not your job to decide for people if this is for them. It's your job to invite. Because what if I didn't invite you guys? What if I never reached out to you? I mean, you wouldn't be here. You'd probably maybe be signed up with another coach. I don't know. But people that are looking and people when it's the right time, you want to be that person in their inbox. So your warm market, people that you trust, love, have a great relationship with, this would be a perfect time to invite them. Hey, we're kicking off our April boot camp. I'm just getting started on my new program. I'd love some accountability. I thought of you. Not sure if you'd be interested in this, but it's fitness and nutrition boot camp. Are you interested? Have you ever considered? I use that line all the time. Have you ever considered? Have you ever considered joining me? Have you ever considered a simple fitness and nutrition program you can do from home? Have you ever considered signing up as a coach for the 25% discount? Have you ever considered? Insert A, B, or C. Simple invite, very informal. Hey, we're just kicking out. I just launched my business. I just started my coaching business. I'm looking for, 5 business partners who want to earn an additional income, but also lose weight and get healthy or get in shape, insert whatever, while we start our business. Have you ever considered earning a side income? You have to put the invite out there. You have to put yourself out there in order to find those 5 gold bricks. You're going to need to go through a lot of people. You invite 10 people who actually look at the information or request more information. Figure one of those people, these are just statistics, figure one out of those 10 will join you. And that has held true. I mean, that has held pretty true. My coach, Christina Hewer, when she started, she did her 10% list and invited, I think to I forget what challenge group it was, but she invited about 33 women. She signed up 3, HIIT Success Club. So now is a perfect time to send those invites out. Now is a perfect time. If you always have outgoing, you're always going to have incoming. You should be posting on social media 3 to 5 times a day. I know you're like, what? What? What am I supposed to even say? 3 to 5 times a day? What do I even talk about? Just post. Don't overthink it. Just get content out there and make sure it's adding value to something. Make sure that it's adding value to somebody else's life. Don't just post about the weather or about, oh, I had an awesome workout today, crushed it, killed it, nailed it, so sweaty. I can't respond to that. That doesn't give me anything to respond to. Good job. Do you want a cookie? Like, it doesn't give me, do you want a medal for that? Like, as a follower, I'd be like, and, like, give me something that adds value to my life that I can take away and I can better my own life. Inspiration, motivation, Tough love? What kind of person are you? What are you good at? What's second nature to you where you're like, everybody knows this? What shit are you going through that somebody else can relate to? What obstacles, what challenges, what tough stuff, what mental challenges are you going through? Tracy, you did a post in our boot camp community, I think it was last week, where I'm like, copy and paste that to your freaking Facebook and post it. Like I was just like like this reading it. Like people need to hear that. There is somebody else sitting at home doing this, miserable, overweight, unhappy, broke, stressed, fighting with their husband because they're so unhappy with themselves, yelling at their kids, clocking in on at their third job, working the weekends, working nights. For what? For what? Candace said this on her getting started right call. For what? And it stuck with me. It stuck with me. For what? Away from your kids, away from your spouse. For what? Some of you might love your job, and I can respect that because more people need to. 75% of Americans are unhappy and broke and living paycheck to paycheck, hating their jobs. 75%. For what? You have another way. You have an opportunity. You have an amazing company. You have amazing support. You're sitting on a gold mine. You're sitting on a gold mine. Are you willing to start digging to get yourself out of, I don't know, whatever you're going through, whatever you don't want to be going through? And hate to say it, but money doesn't buy happiness, but it gives you options. We're all doing what we are doing because we need a paycheck. We're all stuck where we're stuck, or feeling like we are, or wanting to do something, but we can't because we need a paycheck. We have to work. In a 9-to-5, you have to exchange time for money. You have to. In this business, you don't. In the beginning, yes, you will work a lot for a little. You will work a lot for a little. You will work a lot for a little, so that later on you can work a little for a lot. But are you willing? Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to do it? Not what are you willing? You have to ask yourself, what are you not willing to do? Because that's what will determine your next steps, and that will determine where you go. Are you not willing to shut off the TV at night? Are you not willing to get up earlier? Are you not willing to work on your lunch hour? Are you not willing to have the conversation with your husband like Rachel had? She was willing to. She did it. And she got really great feedback and support, because husbands need that communication. They need that black and white. They need to know where your heart is. They need to know where your mind is. They need to know where your passion lies. They need to know what you're working for and what you're fighting for. Because they're going to see you away from them. They're going to see you on your phone. They're going to see you on the computer. They're going to see you doing what you should be doing, not scrolling through your newsfeed. They're going to see you doing that. And if you don't have that conversation because you're not willing to, you'll quit faster than you even started. So what are you not willing to do? Are you not willing to get on team calls at night because you want to spend that time with your kids? I get it, but that's not going to build your business. And that's not going to give you the freedom later on to have more time with your kids. So you just have to ask yourself, what are you not willing to do? Make a list. What are you willing to do? What are you not willing to do? Where are you willing to compromise? Where are you not willing to compromise? Draw that line in the sand, and that's going to determine and tell you where you're going. Rachel asked, I am getting my first group started. That is going on April 8th so far. I only have one person. I know I can get more, but what do I do if I only get one or two? Do you still open a Facebook group for them, or do you more of an individual thing? Yes, you can put them in my bootcamp community. My bootcamp community, the community is a paid group. So all of my coaches, that is open for everybody. It's not just my only, or it's not only for my customers, it's for all of you guys, especially when you first start out and you only have a few people interested. You certainly can open your own group if you want. It's completely personal preference, but I have all the content. I have it, posted every day. I have everything in there, and still adding new stuff. So you're more than welcome to put your customers into that group. And my Ultimate Fix group as well. If you have people starting the new program and the new live workouts, Fix workouts, you can add them to that as well. So I will do, I'm more than happy to do coach calls for any of my coaches who are serious about building their business, who are taking the initiative to complete the trainings and the daily to-dos. That time is important for you and I, because it's where you and I can really dig in and help you get over those humps and help you build confidence and belief in yourself. And I am willing to do that. My husband knows I'm in a season right now of push. I'm in a season right now of hustle. So I don't take that lightly, and I don't take it for granted. Because none of us want to waste time. We all just want to be able to maximize our time with what we're doing, and know that when we sit down to do our work, it's work, so that when it's mom time, it's mom time. When it's work time, it's work time. When it's spouse time or family time, you're not distracted. You're not thinking of other things. And that's something you really have to get organized with. You need to schedule business hours. When are you going to work your Beachbody business? When are you going to put in the time? When are you going to shut down and shut off? I try to shut my social media, or I try to put my phone away or go charge it or something from about like 5:30 to 7:30 at night, or even 8 until the kids go to bed, because they go to bed right around that time. You have to get disciplined. You have to get organized. It's not easy, you guys. You're going to fight it. You're going to fight it. Your mind's going to fight it. You're going to want to go back to what you were doing, but nothing changes if nothing changes, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes. So this is a numbers game. This is a numbers game. You're going to have to talk to a lot of people. I'm willing to do 3-way calls. If you have somebody interested in the business, I'm willing to get on the phone with them and do answer their questions, follow up with them. I'm willing to do that for you, the follow-up. Put us in a 3-way message. I'm willing to do voice memos. I can close people. I have a very high closing rate. And I can close people because I know how to talk to people, because I know how to make it about them, and I know how to put their goals back in front of them for what they really want, and put it into perspective for them on why this is going to benefit them. This is not for us. This is not about us. We are not the message. We are the messenger. It's our job to put it in front of people and offer a solution that we know can change their life, because it's changing our life. And then just looking at my last note here. Success Club. Success Club is signing up a coach or customer. You get 2 points. Success Club is Beachbody's benchmark for success. It's how they gauge coaches' success. And if you're hitting Success Club, that means you are helping people get started on their own health and fitness journey, customers, and or you're growing your team. You're signing up coaches for your team discount or builders, whatever, but you're helping people. And that's how they measure success. I've hit Success Club for, I think, 4 years in a row. It's not easy to do 4 years in a row, but you have to start somewhere and you have to decide that this is the month you're going to do it. This is the month that you're going to start your month one. There are rewards every month you get perks, you get tank tops, you get books, you get swag, you get tons of fun stuff with Success Club. But Success Club is, it shows me that you're serious about your business. It shows me that you're showing up. It shows me that you're reaching out, that you're inviting, that you are putting yourself out there, that you are following up, that you're using me as a lifeline to help you. And that's really kind of how I gauge how coaches are doing in their business and if they are truly serious about it. So that was kind of the last little bit. More on that will be more. There's a Success Club document in our team page as well. The new coach manual, if you don't have this is uploaded in our team page. You can print it off. You can put it in a binder. I do have two left, one or two. This might be the last one. I thought I gave Rachel the last one, but I have one right here. So if you don't have one and you want this one, tell me. But this is just a basics, like it has conversations, it has how to follow up, it has new coach checklist, it has goals. You can write your goals out in here. It has important contact information. It's also in our team page. The very last page of it, which is also uploaded separately, is the daily activities worksheet. This is what you can print off every single day to work your business and go through these things. You can put it in a binder, get organized somehow, however you do it. I'm very pen to paper. So this was helpful for me having it when I sit down to work my business. I know exactly what I need to do, how I need to follow up, my social media posts, my workout, my Shakeology, my personal development. I also want to know what you're reading or listening to right now. Personal development is going to be if not the biggest game changer for your business. Your business will not grow. Your business will not go beyond where you grow. Period. If you're not doing personal development, you are not going to be able to combat the junk that you're going through. You're not going to be able to fill your cup and recharge your battery and grow your mindset and have new perspectives and be able to help people through their objections and hesitations and concerns. You're not going to be able to deal with your own crap. You're going to be held back. You're going to be stuck. You're going to live in fear. You're going to live in those self-limiting beliefs that are stopping you in your tracks. You're going to have a negative attitude about it. You're going to tell yourself it's not for you. You're going to quit. Personal development is necessary, extremely necessary. So I want to know what you're reading and listening to as well. Do I leave the preferred leg placement to automatic or not? When you sign up your first 2 people, you need one on your left and one on your right. Your husband should go on your strong leg. If you don't know what that is, which leg that is, you need to ask me and I will tell you. Your husband should go on your strong leg. And then the other person will go on your weak leg or the opposite leg. So if your strong leg happens to be your right leg, coach number 2 will be on your weak leg, opposite your left leg, for an example. Okay. In here I also have a visual for your business, and I tell you where your coaches need to be placed. So I tell you, coach 1, 3, 4, and 5 go here as you start signing up coaches, but obviously I will help you with that as well throughout when you start signing up and building your team as well. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope that this I know it got long. I'm so sorry. But some of those things were just on my heart and I just needed to share with you. And of course we could talk for hours, especially just about new coach stuff and starting and mindset and all of that. But this is recorded, so you can go back and you're probably like, whoo, that was a lot. But I hope it was helpful. I hope that you got some nuggets from it. Any other questions about anything I mentioned or not mentioned, for that matter? If we haven't done your getting started call, we can still do that. So you need to message me and we can do a getting started call. We went over a lot of what we do on the getting started call, but it's more, I'm able to hear your goals and things like that. And I'll be sure to plug all of you into the New Coach Mentorship as well. Any other questions? Let me see. Yes, very helpful. Thank you. Yes, you're welcome, Amber. How do we feel, guys? I have a couple smiles. Was it a lot? Yeah. Rachel, you want to hit Emerald? Yes. You will hit Emerald. Get them signed up. Get them signed up. Like I said, Emerald for me was like family. This is what we need to do to help me get to the first rank in my business. I got all their social security numbers. Actually, I had them over to my house. I made shakes for them. This is Shakeology. Taste it. You love it. Great. Even if you don't like it, don't care. Like, this is what we need to do. Let's sit down. I had my computer out, my laptop out. My mom, my sister, my grandma, they didn't even know. They were like, why are we here? What are we doing? My grandma, I still don't even think knows that she drinks Shakeology every month. She just gets a bag in the mail. And then she's like, oh, and she just drinks it because I tell her to. And Danielle and I are actually related. So she knows that I'm talking about my grandma. But yeah, she's like, I don't even know if she knows that she drinks Shakeology. But I told her, like, don't ever cancel your account. She's like, okay. You know, like, somebody will do that for you. Find them. Find that person. I have my husband and daughter I can sign up. Okay, that right there is the mindset that you need to have. Who are your two people? I got this person and this person. That was my mindset when I started too. I got my husband, I got my mom, I got my sister. I know this person. Ooh, she would sign up with me. Even if not a coach. Ooh, I know who would be my first customer. Ooh, I know this girl would be my second customer. You have to have that mindset. You have to have that mindset. Mindy Wender, you can look her up on YouTube. You can look her up on Facebook. Yes, so Amber, thank you for saying that. Get them signed up. Awesome. Mindy Wender comes from a super small town of like 200 people, super shy, super introverted, one of the most successful coaches in the company. Riddle me that. Go back and look at her story. Go YouTube her, go look her up. But there is somebody somewhere in this network that is successful, that is doing it, that you have an excuse for. Maybe not excuse, maybe fear, maybe lack of belief. I don't know anybody. I'm too shy. I can't afford it. I'm broke. I'm, not inspiring. I'm not motivating. There is somebody in this network of coaches that had it worse than you that's making it happen. And I always keep that in the front of my mind. If they can do it, I can do it. And I'm going to. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And that's perspective, and that's mindset, and that's belief. So, okay. Anything else? Thank you guys so much for being on. I love seeing all your faces. Some group, New Coach Mentorship group. I'll add you all to that. And I'll see you all in the boot camp. Okay? All right, you guys. Bye.